Hello. Hi. Happy, what is today? Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, guys. Is it Thursday or Wednesday? I think it's Thursday. Happy Thursday. Hi, guys. Hi, hello. It's Ronke here. Hi. Hello. Hello. Hi, guys. Always surprising us. Yes, you know why? Because in this my life with children, committing to life is very tricky because things happen. So I like make plans that I'm going to do a live this week and then I'm just going to do it when it happens. So hi guys, how's everyone doing on this glorious Thursday? See, I don't even know what day of the week it is. That is how my life is. Hi, Chef Jess. Hello. Okay, so the goal of my live session today is to talk about what is the fastest way to lose weight. I think that I get that question, I don't even know, so often that I thought, you know what, this is something for me to kind of like talk about or share about in like a live session. So that is why we're here. And if you have any questions, please do use the question box. My goal for this live is to spend 30 minutes or less. So I'm going to be my own accurate timekeeper. I'm going to be my own accurate timekeeper for this session. And then, so that means that this math is hard. But in about by 1:15, I need to end this. So I'm going to be talking about the fastest way to lose weight. If you have any questions, please do put it in the question box and I will address the questions on top of the hour. So by 1:00, I'll be, I guess, 1:00 my time, I'll be addressing the questions. So you want to lose weight and you want to do it fast, sharp, now. The fastest way to lose weight, right? Guys, please put your questions in the question box. Put your question in the question box. That way I don't miss it. I can address it at the end. And the fastest way to lose weight is the wrong question. I am very sorry. I know I'm always busting bubbles, right? The fastest way to lose weight is the very, very, very wrong question to ask when you're trying to lose weight, because weight loss is not just about losing the weight. The biggest part is maintaining. If you know about people who have lost significant amount of weight over time, they would tell you maintenance is as hard as losing the weight. I have lost weight several times in my life, losing my initial weight loss and then getting pregnant and losing the weight and stuff. And at the end of the day, the process is the process. It's not about how fast you're able to lose the weight. It's about what happens after the weight has come off. So if we're just going to answer the basic question of what is the fastest way to lose weight, the fastest way to lose weight is an extreme calorie deficit. It is by you using a lot more energy than you're consuming. That's it. That's the fastest way for you to lose weight. But what happens after you've lost the weight? What happens then? If you lose weight in 2 weeks, you can gain it back in 2 days. It's not hard. It's just like weight loss is simply a factor of you creating a calorie deficit. So if you create a large enough deficit over a short period of time, you will lose weight. Is that healthy? The answer is no. Is that something that you can sustain? The answer is no. Is that something that, you learn anything throughout the process? The answer is no. You do not learn anything. You do not learn anything in your process, because all you've done is just create like this huge calorie deficit. And then 2, you can't maintain the weight loss because you're miserable after you're done. And then, you just gain it back. And then it becomes this thing that you do over and over again. So starting from the baseline of what is the fastest way to lose weight is already the wrong question. Now, what is the right question? The right question is, based on my current lifestyle, based on what I like to eat. For most of us that are probably, for most people watching me today, that is Nigerian food. That is having jollof in your diet. That is being able to eat rice and stew. That is being able to eat yam, bread. It's being able to it is being able to eat, the things that you love, the things that actually taste good to you, not just drink a smoothie for breakfast, eat a salad for lunch, eat cucumber and fresh air for supper. That is not the lifestyle that, you can maintain long term. So if you use these extreme measures to lose the weight because you want to do it fast, as soon as you're off the extreme measure, it's just like people that go to meal replacement shakes as their weight loss tool, right? So you're not really eating anything. You're not eating stew. You're not eating rice. You're not eating yam. You're not eating bread. You're drinking, God knows, 200 calorie shake for breakfast, 200 calorie shake for lunch, and then another 400 calorie shake. Of course, you're consuming 800, which is extremely unhealthy. You're consuming 800 calories a day. Even my toddler, my child that is I said 8, my child that is, less than 3 doesn't consume 800 calories per day. It consumes over 1,000 calories. So you as an adult, when you create this really, extreme deficit, you will see the weight loss come super fast, but trust me, you will gain it back just as fast, right? Because that is not a lifestyle that you can maintain. So instead of asking yourself, what is the fastest way for me to lose weight? You should be asking yourself, what is the most sustainable way for me to lose this weight and maintain it long term? Right? And honestly, it is not because I am the whatever of lean. That is what the goal of lean is. The goal of lean is that you're eating the things that you're used to, cooked healthier, because we can all strive to be healthier, cooked in a healthier way, so that even after you're done the program, you understand the implication of choosing the right type of protein. You understand, meal composition, how to build a healthy plate that is filling, how to build a macro balance plate. Like, this is not about like counting calories. This is not about counting macros. This is not about doing any of these things. This is just what intuitively, after going through the programs for a little bit of time, you see your plate, you're like, this is just brown. This is just brown on brown on brown. I need to add some veg. I need to put in some carrots. I need to put in some, this F4, I put shaky, I put momo, I put roundabout, goat meat, and then I added palm oil. It's all swimming. This is definitely not a healthy plate of F4. Next time I need to reduce the oil. I need to, use a leaner type of protein. That is how you're able to maintain the weight loss long term. So it is not about how fast you can lose the weight. It is about the sustainability of your process. Honestly, the simple answer to the question of how fast can I lose the weight is extreme calorie deficit. It is, however, not healthy. It is not sustainable. And you gain the weight back as fast as you've lost the weight. So, that's it. That is truly, honestly, the basic gist of it is that you're just putting yourself through this wheel of lose it, get it back, lose it again, gain it back, lose it again, gain it back. Because in your process, in your journey, you're not really learning anything. You're not applying anything. You're not changing the way you cook. You're not changing the way you portion your meal. You're not changing the profile of your food. It's just something that you're doing. And then when you stop doing it, everything comes back full circle. That is why when you see people that, I see all the leaners, thank you. But honestly, that's why when you see people who have lost weight through extreme measures, right? So they've gone to like an extreme diet of just eating no carb, and then they go back to eating the carb, and the weight comes back with a vengeance, and it comes back even more, right? Or you see people who, they were drinking shakes and shakes and shakes and shakes and shakes, and now you want to eat rice. How do you eat the rice? How do you introduce the bread back into your diet? How do you eat your jollof and dodo? How do you do these things that this is how you want to eat for the rest of your life? So that is one thing to remember, is that you do not want to use a method to lose weight that you're not willing to follow through for the rest of your life. You're not willing. It's not something that you see yourself doing. Like after the weight loss, is this something that you see yourself doing? Is this something that you see benefit in applying to your everyday life? If you're not seeing any benefit in application to your everyday life, if all you're doing is like, okay, I'm doing this thing, once it's over, then I'm done. Once it's over, then I'm done. That's not how weight loss works. Weight loss is about losing it and then being able to maintain, right? Being able to maintain it because you've learned something, because you're able to apply. And I get it from people all the time that say, you know what, I lost weight on lane and I'm not afraid because I know what I need to do. And that is it. You should know what you have to do and you should be doing it actively. You should look at, okay, this is the stew that I'm cooking this week. I'm cooking stew for the family. I'm going to reduce the amount of oil that I'm using. I'm going to, use the right type of protein. I'm going to portion, like understanding this basic principles that allow you to lose the weight and then be able to like maintain it going forward because you're applying the principles that you've learned on your journey. That is it. That is how you're able to do it, and that's how you're able to maintain it. So the summary of my gist is, it is not about how fast you can lose the weight. That's not what it's about. It's not about you losing weight extremely fast. It's about understanding that what you're doing now is what you're going to do forever and ever to maintain the weight. Yes, I'm going to save the life, and knowing applying those principles in cooking leaner, eating leaner, and understanding that this is a journey that continues. It's not something that you lose the weight, then it's over, then it's done. You can just go back to the lifestyle that you had before you lost the weight, and then the weight will never come back. No. If you're used to eating a certain way and you've lost weight in a way that you didn't learn anything in your journey, when you go back to eating that way, everything is going to come back because it is energy in, energy out. That's it. There is no magic. There is no secret. There is nothing about weight loss that science is yet to discover. Trust me. Clinically, to lose weight, you're creating a deficit, right? When you create a deficit and you lose the weight, for you to sustain that weight loss long term, you have to be able to sustain your calorie intake at a certain level. When you don't sustain your calorie intake at that level, you will gain it back, right? So it is a journey, it is a process, it is not a destination. And that is why it's extremely important for you to learn. I know as Nigerians, we hate reading. I don't care why. Why? Somebody boiling in 3 and got a 100-page document, right? And they were really angry. They were like, why? Why do I have a 100-page document? I just want you to tell me, drink smoothie for breakfast, eat this for lunch. I'm like, and then what? What happens when I'm no longer telling you, do A, do B, do C? What happens then? How do you know? Have you learned anything? Have you done anything that, you're able to apply to your process long term? It's extremely important. It is extremely, I know, Nigerians, we need to learn to read more. We need to learn to read well. We need to love to read because honestly, I feel like if a lot of us spend some time just understanding the basic principles of weight loss, then we'll stop falling for the gimmicks. We'll stop falling for you can rub cream and it will burn the fat. Or you can drink tea and not change your diets and you will burn the fat. Or you can, God knows, there are so many things that promise you that you do not have to change your lifestyle and you will be rewarded. It's a lie, my sister. It is not true. If you do not change your lifestyle, if you do not change the way you eat, if you do not change the way you cook, if you do not change the way you cook, if you do not change the way you eat, if you do not change anything at all about your process, there is no way that you will be it's a lie. It is not true. So understand this. Know this and know peace. I think that's what that is how the saying goes, right? Know this and know peace. That you have to read, you have to learn, you have to understand, you have to learn basic principles and apply those principles. Because if you are buying cream, you will buy that cream. You will buy it today. You buy cream for morning, cream for afternoon, cream for night, and then you add belts, and then you add magic drink. By the time you look at and add all the things that and you add all of the things, you are spending 100,000, and then you're like, why is the weight not moving? It will not move. It will not move. Any movement that you see is placebo, and then in a couple months it's just going to be back to basics. So honestly, guys, I know that this is probably not the answer that a lot of people want to. It's lemon water. This is not probably not the answer that most of you were looking for. But at the end of the day, there is no magic that will go inside your body, especially when you're rubbing cream or when you're wearing waist trainer, that will go into your body and burn the fat. And then, you don't have to change your diet. You don't have to do portion control. You don't have to do this. You don't have to. All you do is drink this tea. All you do is drink this water. All you do is and then that's it, you're done, and that's that. That's not how this works. It is a lie. I'm telling you now that it is not true. Wookie, please now. I like this. I mean, there are definitely things that can aid, we do drinks on lean, and those drinks, I'm telling you now, they're based on research. They are based on understanding the implication of certain ingredients in your diet, and they're always in combination. It is not just drink this and you're done. It's in combination with a healthy diet, right? So understanding how cravings work. Something like mint, for example, is something that you probably see a lot on lean. Why do we use mint? It helps you to reduce your cravings. That's one of the reasons why it's an ingredient that you use. So it's in understanding those basic things, and that's how drinks and mixes and things like that can help you. We use pepper. People are always like, oh, why do you add pepper to your smoothie? Everybody's doing it now because Lynn did it. They can't even tell you why they are doing it. They're just doing it because Lynn said so. We are the we are the originator. But at the end of the day, it's about what you're combining it with, understanding the implication it has on you drinking water, how it fills your belly, your thermal energy. There are things that can help you, but these things do not work in isolation of a healthy diet. It's not just drink this and you're done. You don't have to do anything, right? So, understand the basics. Understand that there is no reward for lack of work. If you are not doing the work, nothing is going to happen. If you are not putting in the work, nothing is going to shift. So that's it. I think I'll go into questions now. I'll go into questions and just answer questions, and then I'll really end this. But I really, really just wanted to let's see, I'm just going to start from the bottom. Any tips for intermittent fasting? Yes, I actually love the idea of intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is not, it definitely has hormonal implications in terms of like when you're resting, especially now that a lot of us, with devices, with orishirishi, we're not going to bed in time. So it helps you because your body should rest for a certain time of day. But it is not magic when it comes to weight loss. Intermittent fasting is not magical if you're still over consuming calories in your eating window. So intermittent fasting works for a lot of us because it helps to shorten the eating window, right? So you're not eating, you wake up in the morning and then you start eating, and then when you go to bed at midnight is when you stop eating. When you do that, when you have a long enough eating window, you're probably over consuming calories. Please put the questions in the question box just so that I can answer them. But when you have a long enough eating window, a lot of us will overconsume. When the eating window is shortened, right, a lot of us do not overconsume. Though that's how intermittent fasting helps you to like conserve calories and you're not eating as much, and that helps you to lose weight. So that's how it works. If you still overeat, you will not lose weight. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Azelina. At what point can you, for example, visit DQ? Anytime you want. As a leaner, you should understand that at the end of the day, right, you should be flexible with yourself, but be flexible with your goals as well. So if your goal is to say drop a dress size in 21 days, there's no room for DQ in that process. But if you're like, you know what, this week I want to try to lose 1 pound. I understand that going to DQ means that I'm consuming 3,500 calories in just one meal. So how can I effectively accommodate my goal of losing 1 pound this week and still going to DQ? Does that mean that, I have to make sure every single thing that I eat this week is healthy until I go to this DQ? Does this mean that I need to exercise a little bit more? DQ is Dairy Queen. It's like a Canadian fast food chain. So it's Dairy Queen, and they have like burgers and fries and ice cream and things like that. So Know the implication of your DQ visit and adjust your goal accordingly. There is no don't ever eat this or don't ever eat that on lane. There is understand the implication of what you're consuming and adjust your goal. You cannot have it both ways. You cannot say, I want to go to DQ, but I also want to lose 1 kg this week by force and by fire. So yeah, that's that. How do you stay motivated to lose weight? Your motivation for weight loss comes from within. I am telling you now, there's absolutely nobody in this life that can motivate you to lose weight unless you're ready and willing. So first of all, you have to know your why. I want to braid my hair. Okay, do it. Sure. Bookie, do it. Oh my, it go fit you die. You know, this is yeah. You should do it. You should do it. So how do you stay motivated to lose weight? Nobody else. Motivation for weight loss cannot be external to yourself. Motivation for weight loss has to be something. You have to understand your why and you have to write down your why. And every single week you have to revisit your reason for wanting to lose weight. Honestly, if you're not motivated to do it, there's no amount of money that you can pay somebody unless that person is in your house. They are waking you up. They are slapping puff puff out of your hand. They are doing all of these things. They are doing all of these things for you. There's really nothing external to yourself that can motivate you to do it unless you're willing, you're ready, you have a goal, you have your why, and you've written it down, and you're ready to recommit to it every single day. On a plan, but my birthday is in a few days. How can I have cake? Eat the cake. Happy birthday in advance. Eat the cake. Adjust your goal. Adjust your goal. Know that this week is my birthday week, so I'm going to eat clean throughout the week. And then on my birthday, I'm going to enjoy myself, right? I'm going to enjoy myself, and then I'm going to continue with my goal. If you have a treat day, it doesn't mean that now the rest of the week is ruined or the rest of the diet is ruined. It's just a day. It is your birthday. Enjoy it, have fun. Your life goal is not to lose weight. Your life goal is to be healthy, to treat your body right. Sometimes that includes losing weight because your body has more than it needs. That is okay, but that is not the purpose of your life. Eat the cake, enjoy your birthday, and know that the next day, move on. Move on. Eat cake, enjoy your birthday. If you eat calorie deficit, if you eat McDonald's every day, yes, you will lose weight. But is your body right? Are you going to be healthy? Are you going to feel energetic? Is your skin going to be clear? Are you going to have good bowel movement? The answer is no. When you eat extremely ultra processed food all of the time, you're damaging your body, you're damaging your organs, you're doing all of these things that is really not healthy. So at the end of the day, it's not just about I am eating 1,200 calories and that is that. It's about building macro balanced plate, of food that contains fruits, that contains vegetables, that has a diverse range of nutrients that your body needs. It's not just about consuming calories. That's not what a healthy eating is about. So to lose the weight is about calorie deficit, but to lose the weight in a healthy way is about looking at your meal from a micro and macro balanced approach, which includes eating an array of food, not going to McDonald's every day. I need help for constant bloating. I would say that a lot of people, constant bloating. Bloating is a word that can cover an array of things, right? So some people think they are bloated because they're not having bowel movement every day. Some people think they are bloated because their belly is round. Some people think they are bloated because they're passing gas. First of all, I think you need to figure out what bloating means to you. Is that you're not having adequate bowel movement or you're consistently gassy. Exercise definitely helps with bloating. Make sure that you're eating food that, like I said, an array, lots of fruits, lots of vegetables in your diet, things that are balanced, like lean. And then I would say that if all of those things are not working, try to eliminate things that naturally bloat. So things like cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cabbage, things like that, replace those with leafy greens. And then if that still doesn't help, look at the grains that you have in your diet. So things like bulgur is something that can easily bloat as well. So I would say just try to eliminate things one at a time and see what helps. How many calories is a person who wants to lose weight allowed per day? That is person to person specific. If you go to losingnigerian.com/BMR, you'll be able to see a calorie calculator, and it will give you. Also, the link guide has information on how to calculate your daily calories, how many calories you should be consuming, how many calories you should be removing from your diet. I'm on lane 3. Please use the help desk. It is help@losingnigerian.com for plan specific questions. Okay. Can someone with peptic ulcer do intermittent fasting? I think that's very much dependent on what triggers your ulcer. Some people are triggered by eating spicy food. Some people are triggered by eating citrus fruits. Some people are triggered by not eating, frequently. So it depends on what triggers your ulcer, and then you'll be able to kind of judge accordingly. So if you have ulcer and you know that what triggers you is not eating frequently, then help desk never replies. Our help desk has a 24-hour response threshold. If you bought a plan, so for example, if you bought a plan in 2016 and your help period is up, then there's payment requirement, right? Because we have to staff people to continue to respond. But our response time is 24-hour threshold. If you do not get an auto response with response timeline, then you haven't sent the email to the right email address. It is help@losingnigerian.com. It is LO, not LOO. That's a mistake that a lot of people also make. The lose is LOSE, and you'll get an auto response with timeline, as well as what to do if you do not hear back in that response timeline. Okay, I'm just gonna answer about 1 or 2 more questions. Okay, and the other 2 questions are about exercise tips for busy moms. Walk as much as you can. Take the opportunity to take the elevator. I said the elevator. Take the opportunity to walk instead of taking the elevator, instead of taking the escalator. As much as humanly possible, try to walk. That is the easiest way to exercise if you're busy. The second option is YouTube. I do YouTube every day, 30 minutes in the morning. That is my YouTube time. I have to wake up earlier in my day to make sure that I'm able to YouTube. So plan around it. So walk as much as humanly possible, and then try as much as you can to get like 30 minutes of YouTube or skipping or whatever it is. For most moms, you have to wake up earlier than everybody else in your house. But if you prioritize it, then you'll be able to achieve that goal. Okay. What else? How do you deal with? Okay. I want to bulk up on muscle and build my lower body. How can I use lean plan to do so? Bulking doesn't have anything to do with food. Bulking has everything to do with exercise. So if you want to bulk up, you're going to the gym with preferably a trainer that knows what they are doing, right? So if you are trying to bulk, you're going to the gym to achieve that. Bulking is mostly a factor of increased muscle tone. For you to increase your muscle tone, the only place where you can do that is at the gym. So lot of weight-bearing exercise is what is going to help you to bulk up. Okay, I think I've answered examples of lean protein. Lean protein is anything that you look at and there's no visible fat on it. So Goat meat without the skin would be an example of lean protein. Chicken breast would be an example of lean protein. Shrimp, most seafood are lean. What else? Snail is an example of lean protein. So lean protein would be things that have high protein to fat ratio. Higher protein to fat ratio will be what will be considered, and everything that I've listed will be considered lean protein. Let's see. This one is about losing fat in a specific part of your body. You cannot spot target fat loss with food. If you want to lose fat from just a particular part of your body, aka, example is your lower belly fat, you have to exercise. You have to go to a trainer, ask them what exercise specifically can target fat in that region of your body. But when it comes to nutrition, you cannot target fat loss from just a specific area with nutrition. The only way you can do that within reason is either exercise or elective surgery. Okay. I think I've answered most of the questions that I see here. So constipation on the tummy down challenge, please ask on the tummy down group. Again, if you have plan specific questions, there are people, there are admins who really, that's their job. It is their job to provide you support. So if you're on a challenge group and you have questions about that challenge, ask on the challenge group. That is the best and the easiest way to get the professional help that you need. If you are on any plan, when you purchase a plan on Lean, we tell you, before you purchase the plan, you have details of this is the support period that you have. This is how to contact the help desk. So use those resources because that is what they are there for. That they are there to provide you with support. I know I mean, on a daily basis, we have people, my friend bought this plan, now I need support. Unfortunately, no, you cannot. If you want support for a program, you have to purchase that program. You're sending, help from an email that didn't buy the plan, you're not going to get a response because the people who actually purchase plans are the people who get support for those plans. So all of this detail is on our website. All of this detail is there before you purchase the program. It is the best and the most effective way because there are people who really come to work from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. to do this work. So take advantage of it. I wish I had a cook chef to cook meals for me. Then what do you learn? Is the chef going to be with you forever and ever? If you can afford to have a chef forever and ever and ever, then absolutely, right? But if you are not in a position, can I get support even if I got my plan a long time ago? Yes, you can pay for the support. You can pay. So every plan has a support range. If you want extra outside of the range, you can pay for it. It's not very expensive. You can. Does family planning make one add weight? I would say it depends on the hormonal implication of the type of family planning that you've chosen. So if some people have issues with hormonal implants, right? And that can lead to weight gain because it has implication on your hormone. But for the most part, a lot of people do not have any negative implication. But the best person to answer that question is your family doctor. And the things they will be asking you is, well, what is the weight before you got the family planning? How has your weight changed after you got the family planning? What changes did you make in your diet, right? So document all of these things and then go to your doctor and they'll be able to tell you or run some tests about, specifically for the issue. How to lose weight postpartum while breastfeeding. We have a postpartum plan. It's losingnigerian.com/postpartum. I used it after my second baby, and honestly, it takes into account every single thing that you need while you're nursing. That is the best and most effective option. Do you have plan for fibroid? Again, fibroid, I know fibroid is not a fat issue, right? Fibroid is hormones, which science hasn't said specifically this is the hormone that triggers this issue. And then, I have fibroids. I have 3 of them. In pregnancies, I actually almost lost my first pregnancy because, whatever. Anyways, but fibroid is not a food issue. It is not a fat issue. Please talk to a doctor, a medical professional who will look at the type of fibroids that you have, and they'll be able to give you the best possible option. But if you can't buy meal plan to specifically deal with fibroids, you can't drink concoction don't waste your money. Talk to a doctor, talk to a medical doctor who will be able to tell you first the type of fibroid that you have, the position of those fibroids, the implication that those fibroids have on you, and how you can effectively deal with them surgically or non-surgically, depending on what the options are. But yeah. We do not have PCOS specific plan. Clinically, actually, I think I might do another live on this. Clinically, to deal with PCOS, eat healthy, eat a wide range of fruits and vegetables. Make sure that your meals are balanced. Make sure that the carbs that you're eating are complex carbs. This is the overarching principle of every lean plan. If you look at hashtag lean PCOS, you'll be able to see feedback from people who have PCOS and have gone through regular lean plans. And be able to make a choice that way. Okay. All right, guys. That's it. I like to give something at the end of this live that I do. So who was the most talkative in this live today? It's probably Bookie. Well, I'm not going to use it because that's specialty. Whose name should I use today? Oh, damn, that can be misspelled. Oh, Lord. Okay. I don't know, guys. What code should I give? Me. A piece of... Give me real name. Give me real name that I can use that somebody cannot misspell. Alero. No. My name. Cakes by comfort. Too long. Easy. Nelly. Pick me. Goat. Okay, we're going to use goat. Sorry, guys. I think I've decided. Okay, in about 30 minutes, kind is a real name. Okay, in about if you've been looking to purchase any of our programs. Oh, what did I pick? Oh my God, I already forgot. I need to pick something else. Bola. Okay, all right, Bola it is. BOLA. Bola. When you go on the website, you can use code Bola and it will give you a certain percentage off of any program that you're willing to, that you want to purchase today. So the code is Bola, BOLA, and it should be active in, I don't know, whoever admin is watching. If you guys can set up the code, that would be very useful. But thanks, guys, for joining. And then... okay, we'll set up 2. We'll set up gold and we'll set up Bola, whichever one you remember. Gold and Bola will give you a certain percentage off for today. Anyways, all right, guys, I have to go. Bola or gold, whichever one you remember. Yeah. And then I will do a live specifically on PCOS. But right now I have to go because I'm a terrible time manager. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining. Yeah. All right. That's Ujuru. Gold or Bola, those are the codes where you go on the website today, and those codes will give you 15% off any plan that you want. Yes, including Lean 3. But I mean, usually they work just short term, so use it while you can. All right, guys. Bye. Bye. Thanks a lot for joining me. All right. Udabo.